Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Space. So in today's video we are going to cover ICP and I'm going to cover a couple of charts for altcoins in general in order to put ourselves into perspective, okay? But before we are going to continue, I would like to remind everybody that this video isn't a financial advice. I am just a random dude out there on YouTube telling you guys what I see publicly found on the internet. And of course I would like to remind that if you are going to decide to subscribe to the channel, that is going to help the channel tremendously, and of course you are never going to miss any ICP update. But all right, let's have a look into ICP's recent price action. Okay, so ICP saw a 0.3% upward movement in the last 24 hours and is currently sitting at $11.34 with market cap currently sitting at $5.1 billion, and 24-hour trading volume is sitting at 110,000 USD. So let's have a look at ICP's recent price action. So as we can see over here, we saw that dip over here on the Bitcoin pullback, and I do hope that guys you have managed to bought that dip, because that could be possibly one of the last opportunities for us to buy a dip on ICP. And of course I know that you might say that you know, what is the point of waiting and buying the dip if we know that the price of ICP is going to be significantly higher in the future. Of course, that's correct. However, I don't see the reason why I would be down, let's say 40% of my investment into ICP, right? Obviously we do have to make sure that we remember about the fact that pullbacks are happening in the market, and it's definitely healthier for our portfolio to buy those dips instead of those huge pumps, okay? But all right, let's have a look at that 4-hourly time frame now. And as we can see over here, guys, ICP is forming a ascending triangle, which on a technical basis it could be bullish thing for ICP, right? So what we could see on the 4-hourly time frame, as we can see over here, ICP could basically juggle in that triangle, right, and then possibly break above, right? However, that of course depends on what a BTC is going to do, right? As we can see over here on RSI, guys, it looks relatively healthy, and ICP isn't either overbought or oversold, right? So it could technically be bullish for ICP short term, right? However, let's have a look now on what a BTC is doing, okay? So as we can see over here, the similar thing is pretty much happening for BTC on the 4-hourly time frame, right? As you can see over here, BTC is forming an ascending triangle over here, and we potentially could see some higher moves in terms of price of BTC, right? I would probably say that we could revisit 41k, right? Currently BTC is trading at $40,134, right? But okay, enough of that. Let's have a look at ICP further and see what ICP did, okay? So that is a zoomed in chart on DeFi Llama in order to see what is ICP doing, right? So of course we know that the volume is around 111k as of yesterday, and TVL is currently sitting at 32.2 billion dollars, right? However, if I'm going to zoom this out, guys, as you can see over here, ICP haven't been doing anything, and now is pretty much waking up to pretty much those numbers, right? And that is just the beginning. And why do I think so? Okay, so let's cover a couple of charts, okay? I would like to show you that one a bit later, and now this one. As you can see over here, right, alt season might come to us after this week. Weekly BTC dominance has perfectly retested the resistance trend line, and flip could drive a BTC dominance to a downward while alt season starts up, right? So that is very bullish for alts, and hopefully we are going to see bigger price levels for ICP and other alts, right? And as well over here, guys, right? So alt season has already confirmed whenever Gaussian channeled turned bullish. However, macro correction is needed for a healthy bull run. So we have flipped bullish, right? But it doesn't necessarily mean that we are going to go only to the moon now, right? Because if we are going to look at this chart, that chart over here could suggest that we could see some downward momentum in the coming weeks. All right, so let's have a look. The magic bands continue to hold the spot of the most accurate Bitcoin price bands that exist. The mid-top, as expected when these were created, was made almost perfectly at blue level 2 at $49,200. Now we look for what's next, and I believe that it's yellow level 2 at $32,600. Every mid-top has reached a primary band. At once that is done, they correct to the next one lower. So guys, as we can see over here, right, according to this chart, we could see BTC pulling back over here, right? But of course that is going to drive price of the BTC lower, and technically over here, according to this chart over here, we could see alt season starting, right? However, in my personal opinion, guys, BTC haven't really pumped that much yet in comparison to what's going to come, and I do believe that alts are going to see, spike upwards, but not huge. Okay, the huge one is going to probably be happening later this year. Okay, so let's have a look over here, guys. So that's total product flow after 10 days in is $744 million, right? I know that candle down over here on Grayscale is scary, but please remember, guys, that this is only temporary. Okay, and as we can see over here, BlackRock and Fidelity are two leading companies that are accumulating a lot of Bitcoin, and that is only first 10 days, guys. So imagine what is going to happen this bull run. Okay, so now let's have a look over here. Okay, that's a little bit, that's very bullish actually for ICP, but of course that's a longer term. Okay, of course we are here for a longer run. Okay, I know that many of you are staking your ICP as well. So let's have a look. That tweet is quite long, but I'm going to go through quite few important things. So imagine the world in 15 years in 2039 and how ICP has become the #1 network on the planet. So now let me change this color. Okay, that's more visible. Integration of ICP in 2039, techno-social landscape in this future. ICP emerges as a fundamental pillar of digital infrastructure, deeply integrated into various aspects of technology and society. So as we can see over here, we got so many use cases for ICP, guys. ICP couldn't look more bullish. So as we can see, #1 is decentralized digital infrastructure, right? #2, empowering the decentralized web. #3, revolutionizing AI and ML. #4, enhancing IoT. #5, transforming finance and governance in finance. #6, facilitating global supply chains. 7, pioneering entertainment and media. ICP as a layer 0 protocol. Guys, ICP is going to be a leading blockchain. That's something that we of course know as long as you are bullish. And why? Have a look at this, right? That is obviously that I showed you something and showed you before, and you are probably thinking like, why am I showing you that again? That is in order to put things into perspective, because when we look at those little pullbacks, some people might panic sell over here, right? But of course that is just the beginning, as I said before, right? So as you can see over here, there is a huge growth on ICP's network, right? And developers are only coming. Of course we see that dip, right? But obviously everything is caused due to BTC pretty much dumping over here, right? But that's temporary, right? And now another funny thing over here, guys, the big breaking. So Jim Cramer turns bearish on Bitcoin, right? So we all know what that means, right? That probably means that BTC is going to skyrocket very soon, right? This guy is always wrong. And on the top of that, of course, BlackRock whales are buying, so that is very bullish, guys. And now let's come back to my personal thoughts on what ICP could do in the next few days, right? So if BTC, right, and everything looks good on a very short term, right? If BTC is going to jump higher and let's say revisit 41k level or 42k level, right, we could see ICP reclaiming its highs, right? However, that's not necessarily said that it's going to go only higher, right? So we still have to remember about this chart, guys. Okay, if we are going to see bigger pullback on BTC, right, that is going to be a bit of more pain for ICP. All right then, thank you very much for watching that quick ICP update. Hope you enjoyed it, guys, and I am going to see you in the next one. Peace and love, crypto.